Damn, I really want some Olive Garden right now. Oh yeah, Sonic movie. So the Sonic movie is finally out, and for those who don't know the history of this, last year they released a trailer for the Sonic movie, but it received a lot of backlash because the design of Sonic was incredibly ugly, and it received so much backlash and hate that Paramount actually paused on the release date and to postpone it for a later date so the animators can do a redesign of how he should look, or at least, a more improved look. And a few months go by and they release a new trailer and Sonic looks amazing, or at least the best Sonic can look in a CGI movie. And frankly, the movie should have been animated and completely not like this movie, but you can't always win. And thankfully, it looks good for this type of movie. Now, don't go into this movie expecting a grand piece of cinema. I mean, it's Sonic, okay, guys? It's Sonic. That doesn't mean it's bad or anything, but considering the Sonic games have a reputation for being basic, easily predictable, and for kids, that's exactly what this movie is, and man, it does show. But let me be clear, this is not a bad movie, nor is it insulting in any way. It's a kids movie, and it's an alright kids movie, but, like for little kids. I wouldn't even really put it in my worst of the year list. I mean, there are definitely moments of the movie that go a little too fast, and that pun is not even slightly intended, including Sonic and his backstory about how he's a hedgehog from another world, and that his only guardian is an owl with sort of tiki native equipment, and he gets hunted down by a bunch of echidnas that look like Knuckles that are also in tiki equipment that hunt him down, and there's rings that he throws and sends him to another dimension, which is Earth, and we didn't really care anything about his mentor that just literally we didn't even get to know for a minute until immediately she's just off screen and gone for the rest of the movie. So yeah, and just a few other small things, but I don't think that really deters the film in any way other than it just being predictable. But yeah, Jim Carrey plays Robotnik, and it's just Jim Carrey being Jim Carrey, and, occasionally it's fun to watch at times. And thankfully, his name in this is actually Robotnik, and Sonic only calls him Eggman as a way to mock him. It's not like Eggman's on his 5 PhDs he mentions in the movie. Ben Schwartz absolutely kills it as the voice of Sonic, and in fact, he sounds exactly like the video game voices to a T. And there are a few little cute homages to the original games too. The stars in the Paramount logo at the beginning are actually Sonic rings. Near the end of the movie, the background music is a joyful rendition of Green Hill Zone. The town they're in is called Green Hills, and a homeless man actually makes a Sonic reference. It's all a little fun for kids and people who enjoyed old school Sonic, like myself. I mean, yeah, it's another one of those movies where it's the CGI character taken out of their world and into the real world and has to interact with live action actors. But I don't think it's that bad, and it's not like it's irritating or pandering like a film like The Smurfs or Masters of the Universe. I mean, it's not a bad watch. If anything, it's incredibly basic, but nothing groundbreaking, just Sonic being Sonic. Also, highly disappointed there was no Julia White in this movie, but I can let it slide. As for video game movies, it's not really that bad a contender. I mean, it's not like great enough to be in like top 10 best or least awful video game movies, but it'd definitely be an honorable mention at least. So my final rating for Sonic the Hedgehog will be 5 out of 10. So check it out and see for yourself.